Hello everybody, MLD here, and this video is about Xcloud. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's pretty niche right now, and you're right. I mean, it's on Android, mobile, and tablets. I mean, I myself tried it a few months ago. It's okay, but have I the option? I'll just play on the Xbox right behind me, or you guys play on your PC. I get it. I totally get it. But we are now at a tipping point this year, where it will be added to iOS, but especially added to the PC this year, I think around the summer, and that's where the inclusivity and the accessibility comes into play, because now it'll open up the market to people with average laptops, average PCs. I know, it's not as fancy as your cutting-edge gaming rigs and graphics cards, but that's the whole point. You're bringing more people into the Xbox brand, the ecosystem here. It's no downloads, instant access, try new games on Game Pass. I mean, that's the whole appeal of Game Pass, right? You play games that you otherwise wouldn't have bought outright. So I myself will play games like Flight Simulator or any other games that are added to PC Game Pass that aren't on the Xbox console Game Pass. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. It actually has a practical application for me myself, like someone who doesn't really have a high-end gaming PC. So I'm really looking forward to how that will finally be one step closer to being completed. And I'm also hearing reports that Xcloud, the infrastructure is being bumped up. Like they're trying now, they're testing it at 1080p as opposed to 720p. This is how you're supposed to do it. Unlike Stadia, which promised everything and under-delivered, Xcloud, they're doing things very slowly. They're doing it all in tests, in phases, in betas. So you can't really disappoint people if you tell them that you're just doing a slow build-up from the start. This is how it should be done. And while we're on the topic of that, because of the title of my video, you look at Stadia. You look at Luna. Well, let's do Luna first. They're the easy one. Because right now they're still in their own testing phase. And their own first-party studios have had some trouble getting their games off the ground. Amazon's a newcomer into gaming, and they are finding out the hard way that first-party games take time, money, and effort, especially time. And especially, the game has to be good in order to draw appeal to your system. Stadia, however, they are just so funny. Obviously, we all heard they closed their first-party studio efforts. They found out that making first-party games is too hard, costs too much money. And then they see how much Microsoft invests into Bethesda, and they just get so surprised. Like they realize they have to spend at least double that amount to get something on that level to compete in terms of first-party content. So as far as I'm concerned, Xcloud is a monopoly in the making because their competition is so bad in that they're so new and inexperienced and have no idea what they're doing. But it's more than that. You got Xcloud now being paired with Game Pass, which is paired with Xbox console and PC, and you got all these iconic IPs, Doom, Wolfenstein, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Halo, Gears, Forza. I mean, guys, I don't want to make you sound old or anything, but Halo's going to turn 20. Gears and Forza are turning 15 years old, so even those franchises, they're not so new anymore themselves. So Xcloud will have the first-party advantage, the historic IP advantage, and it's also an option. At the end of the day, if you want a game on your console or PC, you can. Whereas Stadia and Luna, that is all you got. There's no cross-buy, no cross-saves. They're just too new to truly make a difference. But MLD, you guys say, what about Sony? What about Sony? Remember that news article? It'll be in my description, where Phil says the main competition now going forward is Google and Amazon. There's a reason for that. Sony is in Azure or Azure. Either way, Sony uses Microsoft's cloud. They are a customer. And the ironic thing is, Sony had a head start in this whole thing. They bought Gaikai in 2013, 14. They launched PS Now 3 years before Game Pass came out. And what did they use it for? What kind of vision did these guys have? Nothing. They used it for a half-assed backwards compatibility solution where you had to pay monthly to stream games you already own, whereas Xbox actually put in the effort, time, effort, and infrastructure to give you actual backwards compatibility. Like I booted up Dead Space 2 not too long ago, and it recognized my saves from way back in the day. That is Xbox for you compared to PlayStation doing a half-assed approach. They have no vision whatsoever. They had a lead in the cloud space, and they wasted all that time and potential, and they left PlayStation Now to rot compared to Game Pass having a meteoric rise. So end of the day, when Phil says Google and Amazon are competition, it's because Sony is a customer, and you don't view a customer as competition. So in the end, cloud gaming, streaming, it's not so big right now. But can you guys really say that 5 years from now? End of the generation? In a couple years from now? No one really knows. No one will know how the game landscape will change between now and the future. But if cloud gaming is here to stay, it looks like Microsoft, Xbox, Xcloud, whatever you want to call it, will be the undisputed monopoly in this space. So PS5, it can sell as many consoles as you want, but now it's more than just that. It's a piece of the pie now. You got console space, you got the PC space, which Sony is slowly expanding into and is already at a severe disadvantage compared to Xbox. But there's also streaming, and Sony could try as hard as they want, but because they wasted their potential, the bigger they get in streaming, that's just more money in Xbox's pocket. So, some food for thought. See you guys.